the purpose of our life if we all are going to die in the end? Story 1. There is none. Purpose is a human construct, to which the universe, irrational in nature, has no value to attribute. Purpose is void. There are no such chains of fate in your life if you're going to die anyway. Make your time here matter. What brings you joy? What do you want to do? Let that be your guide, not your chains. Story 2. You're watching a movie right in the middle. The action's intense, your eyes are peeled. The popcorn is letting off that wonderful vanilla butter smell. I burst into the room and pause the movie. I smile at you all smug with a eating grin. I say, hey, didn't you know that movie's gonna end? What's the point in you watching it? Why don't I just turn the TV off right now? Let me have the room. Instead you slap me round the face and take back the remote. Crashing back to the sofa, you scoop all the popcorn back to its bowl. Looking me up and down, you say, I know the movie's only 2 hours long, stupid, but I'm enjoying it, and I want to see how it ends. You press play. What you eat goes out of body or digests. What's the purpose of eating? No matter how much water you drink, you'll be thirsty after some time. What's the purpose of drinking water? Life is like a one-time trip to Switzerland. The trip will end one day, but you won't spend the trip thinking about it. You will prefer to enjoy the trip instead. Story 3. The massive unlikelihood of your birth is both incredibly stupid and random, and so infinitely lucky that it has to have some meaning. You have won the consciousness lottery. Time is a dimension, now is forever and will always be. What seems fleeting is permanent. This is why you are now. It's not a blip. Everything that has and will happen is still happening. The moment is immortal. There is ice cream and dancing and in sunsets and 5 seasons of Breaking Bad. It's okay. Story 4. This quote from the TV show Angel kind of sums it up for me. Angel, well, I guess I kind of worked it out. If there's no great glorious end to all this, if nothing we do matters, then all that matters is what we do, because that's all there is. What we do now, today, all I want to do is help. I want to help because I don't think people should suffer as they do, because if there's no bigger meaning, then the smallest act of kindness is the greatest thing in the world. Story 5. So the purpose of life depends on your beliefs. If you believe that this is all a simulation, then the point is to be a Sims character in a world you didn't create. You're a filler more or less. If you believe in Western gods, then the purpose is to be as good of a human as you can. The same is true of most Eastern religions as well. If you believe in reincarnation, then the point is to set up things to make life better for your future self. If you believe in theism, then you are a part of the order of the universe. In the Wiccan and most of the pagan religions, your goal is to become one with nature and know that connection. If you believe in Satanism, then you are here to make choices and to protect women, and to follow your leads with incredulity. If you believe in nothing, then the point of life is to die. If you believe in the Aztec, Toltec, Tolmec religions, then your purpose is to serve the gods and take your turn on the wheel. The truth is that life is what you make it. As to what and why, it is a mysterious gift that we have to add meaning to. Story 6. To play a few perfect rounds of golf before you die. By perfect I don't mean to score par, I mean to enjoy them to perfection. Also leave the world better than you found it. If you have kids, make sure they are better people than you and they live better lives than yours. Story 7. Well, first off, it's amazing to be alive and to have sentience and awareness. That's just great, and I think we should help others so that they may enjoy life more, and we've a long way to go on that. Now for my actual philosophy, I truly don't think we ever die. I'm pretty sure all of us are the same thing, just tuned into different channels, so to speak. So I am you reading this and you are me typing this, and we are everything else too. So if we truly believe that, then that gives us a whole new purpose because we ain't going anywhere. I don't know if science will ever prove this, but this is basically one of the very foundations of major philosophies and religions, including Christianity. I think people are fine-tuning this idea as time goes on, but yeah, I think we live forever, even if and where there is life in other universes. The scariest thing would be to think of what would happen if there was no life at all. We are the rocks and dust in space too, so I love having an outlet to have experiences, even though it's not always pleasant. Even more of a reason to love your neighbor and help in every way you can, and to do no harm to others. Because you are helping and harming yourself. Godspeed. Story 8. Reddit won't like this, but the only purpose that life serves is to continue itself. From the lowliest single-cell organism to us, there's one central drive and motivation that is universal, and that is to pass on your genes to the next generation. We decorate it in more dressings than any other species and call it civilization, but the purpose is simple: keep humanity going, and that can only be done in one of two major ways: create new humans or participate in society and industry to ensure the best future and survivability of all humans. Of course, we've made a mess of many aspects of that over the millennia, but in general both are true and necessary, so get on it. Story 9. See all you can see, do all you can do, and feel all you can feel, because there is no predefined purpose. Our existence is a gift, and it would be a shame to waste it alone in a house-shaped box. Bonus points for helping others through their journey. Story 10. Religious belief does not seem very popular on Reddit these days. Even so, I sincerely believe that we are all children of God, and He sent us here to learn through mortal experiences, both good and bad. Like any parent, He wants us to grow into our divine potential to become kinder, more patient, more compassionate, more useful and holier beings. He loves you and will help you as you turn to Him. Story 11. Dogs, love, sunshine and wind and wildflowers, walking with people we love, laughing at stupid things, laughing at serious things, friends texting you, small children smiling at you in the store over their parents' shoulders. good coffee, sunrises, more dogs, Spotify Premium getting a great playlist for you. Sharing that playlist and your friend sending back, baths with lavender, good books, small things are the big things, everything else is whatever. Story 12. I always find it strange that people assume life is supposed to have a purpose. You weren't willed into being by a wizard man, you have the same purpose as an insect or a paramecia. You survive long enough to pass on your genes and that's it. Story 13. As someone with a master's level theological degree and deep background in philosophy, the quote I keep coming back to for this questions is if nothing you do matters then all that matters is what you do. Story 14. To bring in new life to keep our species going. I think that's the purpose of all living things. Every animal has the instinct of procreating and protecting their young. That is the purpose that nature assigned to us. Story 15. The fact that life is finite is precisely what gives it meaning. If we lived forever, nothing would feel urgent, special, or significant. The awareness of death compels us to seek purpose, to love, to create, to experience, and to leave something behind, whether that's memories in the hearts of others, contributions to knowledge and art, or simply moments of joy that make existence worthwhile. Be stoic. Story 16. That's a real dumb attitude. We are not robots, we have emotions, and living life makes us feel all those emotions: happy, sad, anger, joy, excitement, lust. Life is the adventure up to the destination. Story 17. I like to think that existence existed alone, didn't have anything to appreciate that anything existed, so life was made so something could live in this existence and enjoy what it had to offer. Unfortunately, humans just absolutely ruined that idea, so instead of enjoying what there is around us, we live in suffering, stress, and mental illness. Story 18. Alan Watts has a beautiful take on this, and I'm doing to do my best to butcher it up. So often, we treat life as if there is a purpose, some higher calling or goal to achieve, similar to a race where you're trying to get to the finish line, but the reality is that life is more akin to a dance. You do not dance to reach a certain part of the room, you do not dance with the goal of reaching it to the end of the song, you just enjoy the rhythm and live in the moment while the song lasts. This is the meaning of life, simply to be in the moment and experience it. Story 19. There is no purpose, we are just the end product of millions of years of natural evolution, although, it's looking like we'll put an end to that soon. Story 20. The purpose is the now, we are alive now, we are experiencing things now, we have friends, loved ones and family now, we are alive now to experience these things, and no other person can experience the world exactly like you can. We each have a unique experience and we get to choose how we live it and what we do, and that alone is interesting and exciting. Story 21. Being happy. Every single intended action and plan should be towards that goal. It requires will, planning and intention, otherwise life is just suffering, pain and taxes. Story 22. There is no purpose of life. This is good news because you get to define what is purposeful. You are free to live life on your own terms. You do not need to be subjugated to religious dogma or capricious societal ideals. Take hold of your life. It is up to you how you move forward. Story 23. There is no cosmic purpose. You do not exist for a reason, but there is certainly the opportunity to laugh, love, enjoy your time, and make the lives of others better. Story 24. Why does it need a purpose other than what you feel personally compelled to attribute to it? I don't believe my life has a purpose, but am doing my best to enjoy it and value it and appreciate others along the way. I would hate to feel tied to the need for meaning. Story 25. Why would you eat a good meal? Eventually it'll be a turd, that is, unless maybe the very end state of a thing isn't the only thing that gives it value. Story 26. Biologically, our purpose is to survive and reproduce. Everything else is a function of that. All of the existential bullshit is simple that existential bullshit. Story 27. Finding the joy in things. Laughing with friends, eating a really good snack, getting outside, petting a dog. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's not illegal. Do what you can to bring yourself some happiness in your day. Story 28. Was Dawkins the selfish gene? It's all about procreation. That's all any species is truly designed to do, and that's to propagate the genes that determine our innate behaviors, makeup, and occasionally, altruistic qualities. Story 29. Yes, we are all going to die, but we all have 30 to 40 working years in us to create shareholder value and that will turn billionaires into multi-billionaires. If you find that too bleak, also consider the fact that those working years will also help many almost billionaires grow their net worth to cross the threshold into 10 digits. In short, your life has immense worth, just not for you. Story 30. Enjoy it while you're here. I've danced with death 5 times. Don't take it serious, you're not gobs, make it out alive, have fun, do epic, leave your mark. Story 31. I think this question could be best answered if we didn't spend so much time working so hard just to exist. What would you do in life if we removed the need to survive in a world exploited by the cost of living? Story 32. You don't get on a roller coaster to reach the end. You get on to enjoy the ride. You can believe there's an afterlife, but I think it's best not to, and just enjoy life for how short and beautiful it is. Story 33. Propelling our kids forward. Hopefully you don't live in a third-world dictatorship country like the USA and can actually make forward progress. Also, dogs are amazing, and motorcycles. Story 34. To quote Mr. Peanut Butter, the universe is a cruel, uncaring void. The key to being happy isn't a search for meaning. It's to just keep yourself busy with unimportant nonsense, and eventually you'll be dead. Story 35. I don't believe there is inherent purpose in life, for example that comes from a higher being, but we each make our own purpose in life, and that's a good thing. We can make the most out of the short life we have, instead of wasting it because someone told us there is something better after we die. Story 36. Purpose is a human social concept and does not hold any significance in reality as a whole. Purpose is developed through experience. Hammers exist, and so do nails, but they're not inherently related to each other. However, if you want to use that nail to fix two pieces of together, you need the hammer, generating purpose. This translates to people too. Overall, we're worthless, meaningless bundles of energy just like every other point in the universe. However, we're so lucky to have the capacity to appreciate reality and experience a wide range of emotional and perceptual states. It's such a rare opportunity to not only perceive but also contemplate our place in this that the purpose to experience reality naturally arises. Story 37. Ding ding ding. Skipping all the religious BS, that's the one question. We are just dust in the wind, and when we close our eyes it's for infinity. So to answer your question, there is no purpose. But wait, how can that be? My friend, you're a byproduct of the most unimaginable tiny percentage of chance that is life, even more so to include conscious life. Naturally we want to see a purpose in that, but it had to happen to someone, and that someone is you. Enjoy it, live your life, pursue what makes you happy, and leave this world better than you came into it. That's the purpose in its own way. And that's it. When you do close your eyes for the last time, you'll never even know you were here. And just to add, this is my opinion. I do not care to debate anyone about any of this. I just wanted to give my perspective. Story 38. I've realized the purpose of life is to live it fully, simply and joyfully until it all ends. Watch the animated Soul movie on Disney. Sounds silly, but it has great messaging in the movie about life's purpose. Story 39. Why should there be some purpose? Maybe there is, but none is expected. Why end as if energy just goes to zero, which is incongruent with math and science, equation balances, energy changes, life is what you make it. Some say death of the body is a change, a shift in energy to a different form. Fixated on purpose, a point, and the end is folly. Be here now. Story 40. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that one life has breathed easier because you lived here. This is to have succeeded. You will die, but your actions for both good and ill remain. Story 41. I'm not important, and neither are you, so let's do whatever we want to do. Bask in our cosmic insignificance, soak up this blip we're living in, cause nothing matters anyway. Isn't that great? Ian McConnell. Important. Story 42. If we weren't alive, we wouldn't know the beauties of this world. We wouldn't hug our pets or watch the sunset or look for constellations or smell the flowers in our gardens or eat out at our favorite restaurants. There is so much pain in this world, but it serves to highlight the beauty and joy. Once you start looking, you find wonder in every place. Story 43. From an atheist standpoint, there is no actual purpose, but that doesn't mean you aren't valued. Friends, family, partners, even pets or animals you feed value you and enjoy your presence. Beyond that, every human being is capable of so much. If you feel you have no purpose, give yourself a purpose. Chase your dreams, start donating to charity, write a book or poem that sends a good message, start making positive online content, help people around you, start volunteering, meet more people, or even start exploring new hobbies and passions. My GF recommends listening to Important by Ian McConnell. Never listened, but maybe try it out. Story 44. As a postgraduate in philosophy, nihilism is pretty cool till you start really taking it seriously. Eventually it takes one's questions towards solipsism and skepticism, and that's hella difficult to lift. Do it for pizza and enjoying the nice little things. Also, at least for me, reproduction was a peak moment of my existence. Knowing there's a little mini-me roaming Earth is something full of purpose. He eventually will or will not reproduce too, and live a life full of experiences that are his. What I always tell my students is that, yeah, we're going to die, but you can decide to rot or to live with style. Story 45. Do whatever you want. You can drive across the country, explore a new park, demolish a government, become a parent, lose yourself in the internet, deport people, save lives, learn something that no one else knows, become a dictator, etc. The purpose in life is to make the most of it in your own special way. Just do your best to not make it at the expense of anyone else. Story 46. Does there have to be a purpose to things happening by random chance? A purpose of life is whatever you set out to do. Give your life a purpose rather than asking for one. Story 47. What's the purpose of doing anything? Everything is temporary. That didn't stop you from making this vapid post on AskReddit for fake internet points. Story 48. You aren't just a body. You're a spiritual being that can be outside and inside of physical reality. Your current life is just around and you shall experience more than it. The purpose of living is just like the purpose of a game. Just enjoy, do whatever you like, but make sure to be positive. Story 49. Taste the flavors, see the colors, feel the feels, try the thing, make the mistakes. Love, life is for living. Just focus on one day at a time and try to get one new sense experience each day. A new song, a new food, a new walk in a new park. Say yes to the thing you've been procrastinating on. Say no to the things that drain you. Live. Story 50. To build the infoverse. We're in the metaverse. Matter evolves to the point where it creates exponential amounts of information, the mirror realm of the universe, where all the underlying truths and the information pertaining to potential for infinite possibilities exists. Think Plato's realm of forms that in turn gives rise to the matterverse, and so the cycle continues forever. One can't exist without the other. The good news is the infoverse is basically heaven, a holodeck if you like, infinite possibilities shaped by you, with eternal life, and it's imminent. You heard it here first. Story 51 from the show Angel, although is referring to whether there is life after death, heaven, etc., when it doesn't matter what you do, the only thing that matters is what you do.